Who we got in the house today? Bringing my chat up so I can see who's here. Oh, we got Shatika, Joshua. Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing today? I tell you what, it's hot here in Texas. It's going to look to see just how hot it is today. It's 95 right now. It says it's 95 degrees and it feels like 104. Because that sun is intense out there. And it'll be 71 tonight. So it's a little bit warm. We've got Jennifer, Joshua, Donna, who else? Let's see. Shatika. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Joshua said he's all charged up. He's ready to go. What am I into today? I don't know. I hadn't really decided. I wasn't sure I wanted to cook or just chat. How is the induction cooktop saying? I wish we had that. It's pretty good, Joshua. I enjoy using it what few times I've used it. I'm starving, maybe fried chicken. Nah, don't think I was going to think about doing dessert. I mean, fried chicken. Maybe a dessert or some kind. I don't know. Yeah, I've tried broccoli cheddar soup. It's pretty good. Fried chicken sounds fantastic, but I don't think my body weight could handle fried chicken today. My dad said us more in that crock pot. Oh, you mean your dad wants to do some cooking in the crock pot? Is that what you're saying, Joshua? Well, if I start cooking, I'm not going to be able to see the chat because I'll be paying attention to what I'm doing instead of doing the chatting with everybody. I was thinking about doing some cookies. I wasn't sure. I meant there is more in it. Oh, okay. What's he got in his crock pot today, Joshua? We love the chat. Yeah, I do too. We still have that soup. I don't have any more soup right now. My soup is gone. I was thinking about baking some cookies. I don't know. Oh, I hate to heat up the house any more than what it is, but I mean, I can. You were thinking of me last night, Joshua? How sweet. I got 30 something subscribers, by the way, instead of a few. I got more. Well, good for you, Joshua. Good afternoon, Jenny. How are you doing? Jeannie? Well, good. She's doing great. Joshua seemed to be sweet, hearing person. Good to see you too, Jeannie. Wondered how many we're going to get in here today. We got 25 so far. I hope Jana and Sandra come in today. Sandra never did send me her mailing address, so I can't mail the plaque to her. And Jana, the last I heard from her, she said she had not received hers yet, but according to the tracking, it was delivered to her post office box on the 19th. And she said she didn't get it. So I don't know what's going on. I need to chat with her to see if she's gotten it yet. And if she's hadn't, I need to file a claim on it because it's insured for $100. But I don't see it. The tracking, like I said that it was delivered to her mailbox. So, good afternoon, Edith. How is Edith doing today? One of our favorite peoples in the house. Yes, Edith's here, Joshua. She came in. Gizlet's here. For some reason, Gizlet disappeared. I was trying to read his comment. I didn't get through it all. And it disappeared. Of course, that comment might have been something bad. I didn't get to read it all, so evidently somebody did. Was that Gizlet a troll? Glad you took him out. Yeah, so he must have said something kind of shady because I didn't get to read it, any of it. It disappeared. I noticed he was here and I saw his name and I was beginning to read something and all of a sudden it was gone. I said, well, somebody was a lot quicker than me. Yeah, that's what I figured, Edith. If he was in here saying anything vulgar, yeah, get him out of here. Well, we got Gizlet 5 back. Oh, Gizlet 5 is back. Y'all need to, get him out. We got all kind of Gizlets in here today. Yeah, I'm glad you did, Edith. I put one of them in, just hit him totally from the channel. I don't even want him back in here. I mean, that's terrible, come into somebody's live and leave ugly comments like that. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing today? Oh my God, he's changed his name and come back again. What are we going to do with that person? I tell you. Don't know what we're going to do with these people. I really don't. There's Anthony. He's in the house. We're doing pretty good today, Anthony. How about you? How's your tooth, or where your tooth was doing? I know you had a toothache or something the other day. Oh my God, we got Gizlet too. You're celebrating big today. What are you celebrating? Edith says, I wonder if it is that Kentucky's chicken who sent them. I have no idea, Edith. I have no idea. My big 37. Oh, is today your birthday? It seemed like I remember you saying your birthday was this month, but I had forgotten about it. I had forgotten when it was. Well, happy birthday. Y'all wish Anthony a happy birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anthony. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I didn't realize I was going to do any singing happy birthdays today. Well, I guess just for it being Anthony's birthday, we're going to have to bake those cookies, aren't we? What y'all think? Oh, did I miss a stream of yours yesterday? I mean, I hit all notifications. I don't remember getting notified that you went live or anything. We got our hands full with Gizzlet today, Anthony. He's been in here right from the beginning, leaving bad comments. I've blocked him from the channel. I've got other people that have blocked him or deleted him out. He keeps coming back. He changes his name a little bit. He'll have Gizzlet, and then he'll say Gizzlet 5, and then he come back as Gizzlet 2. I think he came in as Gizzlet 3 one time. He always comes back as Gizzlet, though. Gizzlet something. No, got no notifications on it for some reason. Yeah, I must not have, because I didn't get notified of it. I would have checked it out. And there's Tamara Angling. Good day, Tamara. I sent Jan an email and I showed her the receipt where I did the tracking, and it showed that that plaque was delivered to her mailbox on the 19th, but she said she didn't get it because it was after the 19th, when I had my live. Was it Thursday? I don't remember the date that was Thursday, but she said she checked her mailbox and it was not there, but according to tracking, it was delivered. You going live at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. Okay, well, that'll be 8:30 here. Yeah, and see, it showed on the tracking it was delivered to her mailbox on the 19th. And she said she checked her mailbox and there was nothing there, but it shows it was delivered. And I don't think it was a mailbox. It might have been a mailbox in front of her house or something is what they're talking about. Well, from now on, when he comes in, no matter what name he comes in under, instead of deleting his message or putting him in timeout, scroll down further and you'll see where you can hide him from the channel. Just hide him from the channel. That way, under that name, he'll never come back in. Yeah, hide the user. That way, he can't come back in. He thinks he's in, but he's not. Okay, Anthony, that's what you've been doing? Because if you just put him in timeout, when the time's up, he'll be back. We've been on here for 19 minutes. Yeah, that's got me concerned where the tracking said that the plaque was delivered the 19th, but Janice said she never got it. So I don't know. Like I said, I sent her a copy of the tracking information where it showed it was delivered the 19th. But I've not heard from her. She's not sent me an email back or anything, so I don't know what's going on with all that. It is 3:19 for you. Yeah, well, I guess it is. It's 3:19 here. But we've been live for a little over 20 minutes, according to the YouTube clock. So I must have started like on YouTube's time a minute before 3, I guess. Oh, really? I think they go live about every day, Joshua. I add a short showing my new tea set I got. You drink hot tea? My tea set is a cup of hot water with a tea bag in it. No, I do have a teapot. It's up there, right up there on top of the refrigerator. It's a ceramic one that you're supposed to put your hot water in with your tea bags or whatever you put in there and make your tea. But I hardly ever use that. I just fix my tea in a cup. You just saw it and wanted it. Well, there you go. It's nice that you can do that, Anthony. Yeah, keep hoping that Jana will be in here today. It was not too expensive. Well, I don't know what not too expensive is to you, because you got more money than I've got, evidently. Living in your house the way you do, and with all the car collection you've got, you make quite a bit of. You make good money. I don't. I'm just a poor YouTuber. Only $219. Only. You hear that, y'all? It's only $219. I guess that's what he meant. I know you don't mean $2.19. I could not afford that tea set. I'm sorry. I probably would love it, but I couldn't afford it. You want to get the other set to go with. What is the other set, Anthony, that goes with the tea set? Like dishware or what? That's $200. Yeah, that's what I say, Tamara. That's about $200 too much for me. Yeah, I'll have to settle for my little oh, let me see, my cat. I have to settle for my ceramic. Well, I know the lid comes off there. I'll have to settle for my ceramic kitty cat to make my tea. I usually just keep it up here because I only make usually about 1 cup at a time, so. But I've had that teapot. I didn't win it. I got it as a Christmas present at Thrift Mart's corporate office. I worked at Thrift Mart's corporate office that was here in Granbury years ago. We had a Thrift Mart store here, and they had one of their main offices here. And I got a job working in there doing some data entry for them. And I was there at Christmas time. And I think we had to draw names, and everybody bought a gift for whoever they drew names for. And one of the gentlemen that worked there gave me that teapot. He said he was wondering what to get. He didn't know. And his wife told him to give me the teapot, that I'd probably like the teapot. So he gave me that, and I've had it ever since. I've used it several times, but I don't use it every time I make a cup of tea. I know it's adorable. That's what I like about it. It needs to be washed, though. It's dusty since it's been sitting up there on top of the refrigerator. Could you imagine what the whole set would look like that went with that cat teapot? You'd have little kitten cups, maybe, I don't know, and little kitten plates, little saucers. You don't use yours, you put it in the china cabinet. Well, that's my china cabinet up there. I don't have a china cabinet. I don't have anywhere to put one, so my china cabinet's up there on the refrigerator. You can't wait to eat some more broccoli and cheddar soup. Broccoli and cheddar soup's pretty good. I think you just told everybody you ate it, Joshua. It works for one, don't it? Yep. Yeah, I usually fill my little glass coffee cup, my big coffee cup, up with water. I put a tea bag in it. I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and take it out and let it sit for a little bit. And I've got my cup of hot tea. Yeah, I think it's adorable. I mean, I like stuff like that. And for a while there, my son, every birthday or Christmas, he gave me some little something. And I got stuff everywhere. And he made the comment one time, Mama, you don't need for people to give you any more whatnots. You got enough. I know. What am I going to do with all this stuff? Somebody gives you a little something, you don't want to get rid of it. Like a friend of mine that I used to work with years ago, his name was Mike. He gave me a black cat, and you put him on the shelf, and his tail hangs down in front, down the shelf in front. So I've got it sitting on the top shelf up there in the living room on that little that shelving unit. And it tickled me when he gave it to me. He said, a lot of times I give people stuff and it disappears. I never see it again. And he said, this goes in your living room on a shelf. And he said, next time I come over, I want to see my cat. His cat's still sitting up there. Every time I look at it, I think of what he said, that I'd like to see my cat somewhere over there when I come by to see you sometime. So he's up there on that top shelf. You can't miss him. Sitting on the shelf, yeah. Well, we've been on here 28 minutes. Should I start doing my cookies? What do y'all say? Vote on it. Who wants me to do my cookies and who don't? Who wants to just chat? Who wants to do cookies? Yes, do cookies. Dylan is enjoying his college. Well, I'm glad he's enjoying it because he should. I mean, that's a big time for him, to be away from home, and he's in his dorm, and he's taking college classes. He's making a bunch of new friends. Joshua said, I wish we could have some cookies, Linda, if I was at your house, but I'm not. And Sharon said, cookies. Well, I've got a good old recipe out of my Betty Crocker cookbook that I've had for so many years. It's like a 1968 or 67 Betty Crocker cookbook, the first cookbook that I ever bought. Years and years ago when I first started cooking on my own, I bought that Betty Crocker cookbook. I don't remember where I bought it, but I know I bought it so many years ago, it's ridiculous. It's around 67. And there's still so many recipes in there I've never cooked. Well, the problem is I don't know if I can see the chat if I try to bake. And I might be able to move this computer over there, I don't know, so I can see the chat. Because I'm not going to be able to see the chat on the camera, I don't believe. Let me get a tripod. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to see the chat. Because if I put this little tripod, see, I was afraid of doing that. I disconnected me, but it reconnected automatically. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to see, I don't think. I'd have to get right up here in front of the camera to be able to see the chat. But I'll get started on my cookies. I had to get an egg. Now let's see. I've got my my cookbook right here. See, I was waiting. I was prepared. Make sure I got everything. Sugar. I hope I got enough. Okay, I'm looking at my ingredients, y'all, to make sure I got everything out here. Okay, I gotta have my margarine. This is one thing I like about this soft country crock butter, is that it's soft and you don't have to worry so much about softening it up when you try to cook with it. Let's see. 375 is what the oven has to be on. Okay. First ingredient. We got to put the shortening peanut butter and the sugars together. So we're going to take a half a cup of white granulated sugar. I hope I got half a cup. Not quite, but I got some over here. Definitely have to put sugar on my, yep, that made a half a cup. Now I'm going to put a half a cup of brown sugar. Get some of this stuff out of my way. Oops, I think that's a little bit too much. Half a cup of brown sugar. Okay. Half a cup of peanut butter. And I got my crunchy peanut butter here. That's about half a cup. I got peanut butter on my fingers. Now, let's see, I got my sugar, my peanut butter, half a cup of butter or margarine softened, that's probably a half a cup. That's what I like about that. It's already softened pretty good for you. And it'll just soften even more as you get into making this. Okay. We've got a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of butter, half a cup of peanut butter, a half a cup of granulated sugar, the white sugar, and then a half a cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, got my egg right here, and it says put all of those shortening peanut butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, and egg, blend in flour. I'm going to try to mix some of this together first. I should have brought my mixer over here. I like to mix this ingredients together the best I can before I add my flour. That way I know all these ingredients are blended well with my flour and it's not all in just 1 or 2 places. It's all blended in. So I like to mix my wet ingredients all up first. That helps incorporate that butter into everything since it's not totally liquid. Now, 1 1/4 cup of flour. Now, if you're using all-purpose flour, don't forget to put in a 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and it calls for 3/4 teaspoon of soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. But I'm using self-rising flour, so I don't need the baking powder, the salt, or any of that. I just need 1 1/4 cup. Flour. See if I can get this measured out. Now this is a half a cup, I think it is. Yeah, this is a half a cup measuring scoop. I probably don't even need that cup. So that's 1 cup and about 1/4 of a cup. Probably going to need that. Make sure I got 1/4 of a cup. Yeah, that's 1/4 of a cup up here. And then just mix in your flour with all of those wet ingredients that we just blended together. And I'm so used to mixing this up by hand that since I've got that new mixer, I don't think about getting it out. I mean, I forget that it's there. Isn't that terrible? I think it's terrible that I forget that I've got it, because I'm so used to mixing everything up by hand. Or if it's a cake, I mix it up usually by hand or with my hand mixer. Usually the cookies I always mix up by hand, because usually I got stuff in them that can't go in the blender or the mixer. Now, that's all there is to that. My baking sheets, my cookie sheets have been well used. But as I always do, I dip in my Crisco and I just rub it on. This is the way I always grease my cake pans, everything usually. I'm probably going to have to use 2 of them, so. And I still may have more cookie dough left. I mean, Anthony, see how easy it is to mix up some cookies? These are just plain old-fashioned peanut butter cookies. Anybody can make these. Now, what we're going to do, well, it says to cover it and chill it, but you know what? I don't usually do that. I don't usually chill it at all. Because I guess after you chill it, you can roll it in balls and put it out. And I never do that. It might work better if I did, but I don't think I've ever done it. But anyway, you make about a 1-inch ball. That's about a teaspoonful. You can see me over there. I don't know. Now, like I said, you can chill these or not. I've never chilled them that I ever remember. I don't remember my mom chilling them. And instead of making the balls, I just put it in by the spoonful. Let me do it this way. Maybe you can see my pan. my well-used pan. I may have to cook a batch, clean the pans, and then cook more. I think that's what I've always done in the past. We'll see. It's been a while since I've cooked these. I mean, they're already, when you drop them from the teaspoon, you don't mash them down or anything. You just leave them as a ball, basically. That way you don't have to shape a ball. They're already pretty much in a ball. There, that's 12. 12. And this recipe makes about 3 dozen. Ooh, that was too much. I got too much on that one. I get my fingers in it. I mean, putting that cold butter in here, even though it's softened butter, it makes your dough cold to begin with. So maybe it won't matter that much that I don't chill them. I've got a little bit left, but let's see, we put these in the oven and cook them for about 10 to 12 minutes. Set my timer. And since I've got just a little bit of dough left, I'm going to put it in my pizza pan. You ever bake cookies in a pizza pan? I made something earlier and I never washed my spatula. I can't see any of the chat up there. I got some of that air coming up out of the oven, and I breathed it, and for some reason it's making me cough. Well, it's not going to make quite 3 dozen, because I guess I made the cookies a little bit bigger than what they're supposed to be. I usually do that. But I guess their inch is smaller than my inch. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get 2. But that's another. Yeah, I'm not going to get another one, I don't think. I don't know why my cookies always come out bigger than what they say. Because they said about 1 inch. And I guess mine are bigger than an inch. And I'll have to put these in there when I take the other ones out. Get this stuff out of the way so I can put my cookies up here when they're done. I wish you were class mother when I went to elementary school. Well, I was class mom for both of my kids when they were in school. I'm over here where I can see the chat. I hope my little timer works. I had it set this morning when I cooked something and the timer didn't go off. I don't know why, but it did not go off. Oh, by the time I got up here, the chat disappeared. I was being lazy this morning, y'all. I didn't even wash my frying pan or anything from earlier. Wasn't I being terrible? Get these few washed up right quick, and then I'll get over there where I can see the chat. I've got water going down my sink counter. Y'all have that happen to you? And it wasn't from the faucet, it was from the bowl. When I rinsed it out, I splattered water up there. And the water was going everywhere. See, what was I doing here? Now I've got to get my cooling mats over there to put those pans on when I get them out of the oven. Oh, we got Uncle BB in the house. Hey, Uncle BB. Oh. I'm going to bring this over here. I don't know how long it's going to last. So I can see the chat while we're waiting on our cookies. Got Uncle BB. I would like to have been chubby when I was. Linda, I'm appalled. What? What are you talking about? And see, they don't get very big. Put those in and leave them for about 10 or 12 minutes. Because they're not supposed to get real brown. They're not supposed to get real hard. Just so they're set. The tops are pretty firm. But peanut butter cookies are kind of supposed to be chewy, so to speak. And I'm just going to leave them there and let them cool. Got some that kind of slid over, but they're fine. The thing of it is, if you can chill them for about an hour or so, get them really good and cold, you can make a ball with that dough, and you just set the ball down, the complete ball. You don't mash it or anything. And when it kind of melts as it cooks, it leaves a perfectly round little cookie. And see, I don't do that. I didn't chill it. I just daubed them on there. And to me, they make just as good a cookie. They taste the same. They're just not perfectly round. Those were your mom's favorite peanut butter cookies? You were pre-diabetic, you lost about 30 pounds, and now you're not. I wish I can have those peanut butter cookies, Linda, at your place. Did Jana ever come in? Or Sandra? We got Tamara Douglas and Tamara Amelin come in the house. But Uncle BB said, shame, Linda, what are you shaming me for? I was over here cooking. I couldn't see the chat, so I don't know what that's all about. That will be mine. Oh, you asked me what's happening. I'm sorry, Uncle BB. I couldn't see the chat until I moved the laptop over here because I can't see the chat up on the camera. It fades in and out and I can't read it. So I always open my laptop. I'm not signed into YouTube or anything, but I'm bringing it up on wherever, anybody can bring it up, and I can at least see the chat. I can't type in the chat, but I can see in it. Mom didn't bake. We had Archway. Tamara says neither one of them yet, and I don't know what they're just returned from grocery shopping. What is Linda making? I'm making peanut butter cookies, Tamara. I didn't read that, Uncle BB, when you said something about me not doing my dishes. I didn't see that at all, so I didn't know. Didn't see it. Yeah, they still need to cool. They're perfectly browned or perfectly cooked on the bottom. See how brown they are? But they're still hot. But you know, the authentic peanut butter cookies, when they're cooked and when they cool, they're not supposed to be hard. They're not supposed to be hard and crunchy. They're supposed to be good and gooey. So when you bite into them, they're gooey. They're not crunchy. But once they cool completely off, they'll be set. Even though they're kind of creamy. I'm just loosening them up in the pan, y'all. And I don't even really have to do that, but I am. I made the oatmeal cookies one time, and I'd been meaning to do the peanut butter cookies forever, and I never got around to doing it. So today I'm doing it. Those are real June Cleaver cookies. Oh my God, yeah, that's right. And these are made with crunchy peanut butter. So they got little pieces of peanuts in them. Usually I make it with the creamy peanut butter because that's the kind I usually buy all the time. But this time I got crunchy. So I put crunchy peanut butter in there. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to get a pad of some kind. I don't know if it'll be an iPad, but it's going to be a tablet or something. Something I can go live with if I'm in the house or anywhere, and I'll be able to actually read the chat on the screen and not have to have the camera and the laptop to where I can read the chat. But, you know, this has got to work for now. Yeah, I love oatmeal cookies and peanut butter cookies. Those were two of the favorite cookies Mom always would make. She'd either make oatmeal cookies or peanut butter cookies. Sometimes she'd make what they call sugar cookies, and they were really good too. But my favorite was the peanut butter and the oatmeal. Oh no, you lost your glasses in the house 2 weeks ago. You haven't found them yet? Have you had anybody else help you look for them? I started to say, if you lost your glasses, that means you need them to see. You may be looking over them and not realizing it. And there's MT in the house. You got it smelling good. What kind of cookbook have you got there? It's a Betty Crocker cookbook. I think it's like a 1967-69 cookbook. It was the very first cookbook I ever bought in my life when I first got married, years and years ago. And it's been my Bible for cooking. I mean, you can't beat Betty Crocker for basic anything, and plus really good recipes. I mean, there's so many recipes in here I've never tried. I always went for the easy stuff, except for the orange cake that I baked one year, and that was so good. But I said, oh my God, you have to go through an act of Congress to bake that cake. I don't know if I'll ever bake it again. But it was a really good cake. Hold up the cover. And I've got it crammed full of my own recipes. And there's Tammy Coates. Hello, Tammy. Yep, it's got the tabs on the pages. The tabs are in red. And like I said, I've got my own recipes in there. But yeah, it's got red tabs on the pages. I don't know if you can see them. Marking everything. Huh. The first recipe I came upon that I stuck in my book was grilled sweet potatoes. I'm going to have to try that. I've never grilled sweet potatoes before. And that must have been why I kept this recipe, because I was planning on grilling some. You think you have that one? I think it's about a 1969, somewhere along in there. Because that was about the year 67, 69 that I bought it, I remember. I don't know if it's got a date on it anywhere. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think it's got a date on it. New York Western Publishing Company, Racine, Wisconsin. Copyrighted 1969, so I was right. It's a 1969 book. You know, she had one for like every year, I think she ended up with a whole set of Betty Crocker cookbooks. I think one came out per year or something. I gotta try one, y'all. Don't that look good? My timer went off, so we can check these other ones. I gotta stay in there a few more minutes. A couple more minutes. I don't think I had them on as much time. But y'all take a bite of my cookie. Take a bite, y'all. Open wide. Yum, yum. Look at that. That is so gooey. Tammy said she got that cookbook handed down to her. Well, Mom had a Betty Crocker cookbook, but it was a lot older than this one. And when she passed away, I don't know what happened to her cookbooks. I never saw them after she died. I guess my sister-in-law claimed it. She claimed the house and everything else. So I guess she got the cookbook too. That is so good. Take a bite of my cookie, y'all. I don't know yet, Joshua. I bought one, but then I sent it back because it didn't have a very good camera on it. And if I get one to do videos and stuff, it's got to have a good camera. The good camera is the number one priority on it. I'm getting my stool, y'all, so I can sit here and chat with you and not have to stand up. There's an 11-inch one, yeah. Well, I'll probably get around maybe 10-inch or smaller. I don't want one too big, but I don't want it too small either. Or like when I'm out, like at the turtle pond. I almost went to the turtle pond yesterday just to see how the turtles were doing out there and video it, and I didn't go. I haven't been fishing yet. I haven't tried out my fishing lures. I got new fishing lures, and I've been dying to get out there and try them out, and I haven't been out there yet to do it. Your iPad has a great camera on it. There was a gentleman at Walmart that told me a phone to get that has a fantastic camera, or iPad, either one, or tablet. And I don't remember, something Pixel, Google Pixel, or, but oh my God, they're so expensive. The cheapest one was like almost $1,000. And that's not even the one that I would have chosen if I'd have bought one. I said, I don't know if I can afford that much. You can't see my cookies, Joshua? Well, they're little mounds of gooey peanut butter doughy cookies. They're so good. I guess Jana never came in to our live today, huh? I mean, I need to talk to her before I file a claim on that plaque, because it showed it was delivered, but she said the last time she didn't get it. And I don't want to file a claim on it if she's gotten it, so. And like I said, she's never answered my email either, so I've sent her 2 different emails at 2 different times. And like I said, too, Sandra McCormick never did send me her mailing address. So I don't know why she would tell me she wanted the plaque. I went out and bought the material to go ahead and make that one to send to her. And then she never gives me her mailing address. It's like she doesn't want it. So why did she tell me she wanted it? I may not ever do that again. I may have to get a deposit at least down on something if somebody wants me to make something for them. They may have to send me a deposit first, because I can't afford to go buy stuff like that, make it, and then them back out of the deal, or just don't even send me their mailing address. I mean, that's kind of bad business there. Let me check on my timer. Yeah, my timer's not going off. I don't know why it doesn't. It's got so doesn't go off anymore like it's supposed to, and that's going to cause me to overcook something, because I'm waiting for the timer to go off and it never goes off. You have an 11th generation iPad. How long have we been on here? Hour and 19 minutes. Yeah, Betty Crocker is a good standby cookbook. If you don't own one and you do very much cooking, Betty Crocker's the cookbook to get. I mean, this one has the basics on making bread, how to knead it, how to mix your bread, you know, everything about doing pastries and breads. It's got a section on meat, a section on cookies, cakes. Just about everything you could think of is in this book. Linda, don't kill me. I love the necklace. I tried to put it in over my fat head, but oh no. Well, you should unhook it and then put it on. Yeah, maybe they're both busy. I don't know. I know they can't come to all the lives that I have every time. Yeah, that's what I thought, Tamara, but what can you do? I mean, I overlooked it the first time when she said that she sent the email with her address, but I never got it. And then she was supposed to send it again. I've never gotten that. So I don't know unless she copied my email address down wrong and it never came through. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to put this one right here on the cookbook. But you know, it's still not. Those are still not cooked like they're supposed to. Leave them in there a few more minutes. I hate it. My little smiley face has stopped working. Maybe I hadn't wound it up. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it just wound down. I don't know. Reckon that's what it is. It just wound down. Oh, I'm going to be eating too many cookies now because I love these peanut butter cookies. I haven't had peanut butter cookies in ages. And there's Anthony back. I've already taken my cookies out of the oven. I put that last 5 or 6 cookies in the oven. I'm waiting on them. Yeah, the cookies would look better if you put them in the refrigerator like they said. Let them chill, get them really cold, the dough. And that way you can make little balls with them. Roll them in your hand and make a perfect little ball and set your little ball down. And then as the cookie melts, it spreads out, but it looks like a little Ritz cracker. It's perfectly round. But I've never done that because I've been in too much of a hurry to get mine baked. I just do like my mom did. She always just scooped them down on the pan and baked them like that, and they taste just as good as if they're perfectly round. I mean, they're not far off as it is, but like that one, look at it. How round is that? And they didn't last long in our house anyway. Don't want to burn them. Yeah, I remember us kids eating them. We were eating Mama's peanut butter cookies as fast as they came out of the oven. The oatmeal cookies the same way. You know, with 5 kids or 6 kids, 3 dozen cookies didn't go anytime. I mean, you didn't even have to worry about putting them in a cookie jar or storing them away. We ate them as fast as they come out of the oven, so there was none left to put away anywhere. You didn't save any for later. We ate them. My mom's donuts were the same way. She'd make us glazed donuts, sugar donuts. She'd make the donuts that were like in a round, and you put a hole in them, and you squirt pudding or not cream cheese, but like Cool Whip down in them. Any kind of little topping stuff that you could put down in a donut, like the jelly donuts and stuff. We'd put jelly down in them. Those donuts were gone by the time that the grease cooled off in the pot that my mom fried them in. Those donuts were devoured. They were gone. There was none left for later. I remember that so well. She cooked donuts about maybe once a month, and cookies maybe once a week, either peanut butter or oatmeal cookies or sugar cookies. I think they're done enough now, so I'm going to put them here and let them cool. They're starting to brown pretty good on the bottom. So that was 12, that was 24, 25, 26, 27, 20. We had 29. That was like 2 dozen and a half. That wasn't bad. If I'd have made them a little smaller, I'd have hit 3 dozen. I don't think I ever hit the amount that the recipe calls for, because I make my cookies too big. And she made coconut macaroon cookies too. Once in a while I remember her making those. Those are really good. We had Kelber Vienna fingers and pecan sandies. I don't know what those are. Oh, Mom made chocolate chip cookies too. Once in a while, we got chocolate chip cookies, and those were my favorite. But my mom didn't always have the chocolate chips, so if she didn't have chocolate chips, she'd usually have oatmeal or she'd have peanut butter. So we'd get the peanut butter or the oatmeal cookies. When she had the chocolate chips, we'd get chocolate chip cookies. We had Drake's Coffee Cake Juniors after school. Linda, stop, you're killing me. I'm sorry, Uncle BB. Well, we didn't get any bulk cakes or cookies at our house. My mom and dad didn't have the income to go buy all that stuff ready-made, so my mom was the baker. And like I said, she'd fry her donuts about once a month. She'd make cookies about once a week, just as a treat to us. But everything was always homemade. It was not bought from the store. Little elves made them. And she'd make the best chocolate cake. Oh my God, the chocolate cake was my favorite because I love chocolate. And my mom always made chocolate cakes usually. I guess maybe that was my dad's favorite too, because I remember my mom would always make a chocolate cake. I don't remember her making other cakes. It usually was always a chocolate cake. Mom made dinner. Well, that was good. Make sure I turn the oven off. Yeah. Maybe that AC will turn off occasionally now. And you know, all these new laptops, they don't have a CD drive anymore. All they have is a place to stick a thumbnail. And I hate it because I've got tons of CDs with pictures and all kind of stuff, but I can put them in the what do they call it, the DVR or whatever that's hooked to the TV. You can put your pictured CD in that and show your pictures on your TV screen, as long as they still have a DVD player on there. And I hated it because I wanted another laptop with a CD drive, you know, a CD option, but you can't find them anymore. And this old one that I've got right here, it's got a CD drive on it. In fact, it just opened when I sat down. Look at that. It's accidentally opening when I don't want it to. And now it's not coming open at all. Oh well. Isn't that crazy? Well, I just barely touched it a while ago and it come open. And now I can't get it to come open. I mean, I hardly ever use it anymore, but it's nice to have it. There it goes. Y'all can see it right there. It's nice to have. Years ago when I was doing my own recording, I was making CDs of my songs and recording everything on CD. I had all the equipment on my desktop in there, but the desktop is so out of date, you can't do anything with it anymore. And if you try to get online with it, it just creeps and crawls and drags, and then half of the stuff that's supposed to be on the website you go to is not there because it's not capable of showing it. You run into all kind of problems when you stop being able to update a computer. Just like this one. Windows 10 is all it can handle. It cannot handle Windows 11. And eventually this laptop right here will basically be not any good to me anymore. It'll run out of too much memory to even get online with properly, to show stuff online that you need to see, just like my desktop. And I need to get my desktop out of the bedroom, go store it in the shed or do something with it, because I haven't used it in a long, long time. But the big reason I got the new laptop is because it does have Windows 11 on it. And it's got 1 terabyte of storage. It's got a lot more RAM for sure. And it's supposed to be one of the better ones to do YouTube videos and stuff on. You know, as far as editing and stuff like that. And I found that to be true. I have no problem editing my videos on my program on the new laptop versus this one. I can put my videos in the same program on this old laptop and it just drags. It spits and sputters. It stops. It just does all kind of weird stuff. It drives me crazy. It takes forever to edit and save a video. But since I put up the program on the new one, it takes no time at all to edit, to do whatever you need to do to your video, then upload it to YouTube and you're done. It's a lifesaver, a time saver. See if these have cooled it down enough I can loosen them. Yeah, now they're loose. They're cooked a little bit more than the other ones. I probably should have cooked these a little bit more. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put these 2 pans back in there just a couple of minutes. Whoa. Just a minute or 2. They didn't get quite brown enough on the bottom, most of them, for me, so. Put them in there for another 3 minutes. That ought to do it. Because these are nice and brown on the bottom. They're still good and chewy and gooey, but yes, I love new master computer and my laptop. They are amazing how fast they are. Yeah. And the memory is all about how fast it is. Not only the processor, but the memory you've got. And with 1 terabyte of memory on this, and with the RAM, I don't remember exactly, it's 400 and some odd gigabytes of RAM. It's so much faster than this old one. I hate it because I loved using this old Toshiba. It's been a great laptop. And I hate it when they run out like that, you know, when it can't run Windows 11. It's like I wish they'd just stop improving stuff and leave things alone so my computer doesn't run out of, you know, capabilities. But they don't do that. They keep improving stuff, keep writing programs, so you got to constantly. Well, this one's like 8 years old, so I can't complain. I mean, this is an 8-year-old laptop computer. Most people don't keep them that long. But I can do all the maintenance on mine, anything that needs to be done basically to mine. My problem is that Windows 11 has come about. This one cannot run Windows 11. Plus, my cabinet, the case of my laptop itself is dry rotting. Can you imagine the plastic? Especially back here where the fan runs. Like right here. I've got a big hole there. The plastic broke away from where the fan is. And it's cracked. It's cracked right here. You know, just from opening it and closing it, it's cracked right there. So I don't know how long it's going to be before that just completely breaks loose. But this dry heat in Texas, it does that to plastic, to wood. People think, you know, it's good to build a house here in Texas with wood because it doesn't dry rot. I mean, it doesn't rot from rain because we don't get that much rain. But they don't realize wood in Texas will dry rot. Not from moisture, but from the dry heat we have. You're waiting for your big update on your iPad. What big update is that, Joshua? Everything should be up to date on it if you just bought it new. I would think. Yeah, when I started using the new one, checking it out, and I had to get in there and delete a bunch of crap they had on there. I'm telling you, it was driving me crazy. You had this drive updater would pop up the first day I used it. It wouldn't let you do anything. It wanted you to just subscribe to this drive updater program to keep your drivers up to date. Well, Windows does that for you with their updates, their automatic updates. So to be able to even use the computer, I had to go in and uninstall that driver updater. Otherwise, it kept popping up on the screen every time I used the computer, and you couldn't get rid of it. But I got rid of it because I uninstalled the whole program. And there were several things I did that to because it was driving me crazy. I mean, you don't need to update a computer when you first buy it. It should be completely up to date. And if it's not, Windows automatic update should update it for you, whatever you need. You don't need to subscribe to all these driver updates and program updates and all this other stuff. Just something to cost you money. What you laughing about, Anthony? You've had them to do that too? Don't it drive you crazy? I'm in there trying to do something with the laptop. All of a sudden, this damn thing, excuse my language, pops up wanting you to subscribe to this driver update. And it doesn't give you an option to close it out of the window. It stays there. You can't get rid of it. And I finally said, well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to get rid of you. You're not going to be able to pop up like that. And I did. I went into the maintenance, the program, and I uninstalled the whole thing. Everything that had anything to do with that driver update, I got rid of it. So it don't pop up anymore. Well, I'm not sure I want an iPad. I might go with another Android, like my phones are, because they're good. I just need to get one with a good camera on it. That's what I need. Because if I go live with it, I need it for it to have a good camera to, take a good picture with the live. Yeah, that's what this is. The Lenovo that I bought is basically a gaming laptop. But when I put in a search for the best laptops for doing YouTube videos, this one was the one that came up. It's a gaming laptop, but it's got so much memory and capabilities that it's really good to do your YouTube videos with too. And I'm already seeing that it is. And I meant to try it out going live the other day from it, but finally when I got in there to set up the live, it told me I needed to download this program and download that one. I thought to myself, my old laptop didn't need to download anything to go live with my camera on the computer. Why does this one need all that crap? The only thing with this one, the old one, the camera's not good. It does not have a good camera at all. The camera is terrible. See, it didn't go off again. I guess I'm going to have to buy me a new timer of some kind. It looks like I can't count on this one anymore. Getting it all hot in here again. Turn that on, get some of that hot air going out the fan. You need some of them things that tells you to download, because even though you get a camera, some of them don't have audio. Huh. Well, I've never gotten a camera on any of the cell phones that I've had that don't have audio on it. But I go with the Straight Talk plan, and I know they go with Android. They do have an iPhone on the Straight Talk website, but it costs quite a bit more than what my phones have been costing. No, I don't have an oven timer. I've been using the smiley face timer, but it's got so it doesn't, ring at the end when time is out, so I don't know when the time is up. I like my gaming computer. It's a Alienware, and I had to download other things to go live on it because it didn't have an audio recorder. Huh. I don't know what this one's got. I'll have to check it out. I said I was going to check out what programs it needed. So you're telling me I probably got a camera with no audio. So if I went live, I'm talking and you can see me, but you can't hear me. That would be terrible. That would be completely awful. But I probably would hardly ever go live from the laptop anyway, because I'm always moving the camera around. You know, like I have this one. I started out at the table, then I moved it to this tripod so you could see what I was doing over here. Yeah, my day's been good. We've been baking peanut butter cookies. Yeah, well, to get the stove that would fit where I needed it to fit, none of the options I could get had timers on them. And I live in a mobile home. It's built into the cabinet. So I had to get one the size that would fit there. So that's why I ended up with this one. Just luckily it had the black trim on it to make it look Western, because this is a Western style mobile home. Hi, Jesse Brown. I'm doing good. We're breaking peanut butter cookies, so that's what we've been doing. I think those few couple of minutes helped. I always like the bottom of them a little bit browner than what they turned out, so those are good. Those will be good. Maybe Anthony knows what bug fixes during software updates. I mean, unless you bought an older laptop, iPhone. If you buy an older iPhone, it may need updates. I don't know. But if I buy something brand new, like a brand new laptop or a brand new phone or brand new anything, I don't expect it to need an update. It should have all the updates on it. Especially something like drivers, you know. And like I said, Windows updates all that stuff automatically for you, unless you have your Windows update turned off. And I've definitely got mine turned on. Her oven timer never worked when I told her Donna Reed has one. She told Donna, and I too shut up. Well, I'm going to have to get me some other kind of timer. I don't know what it'll be, but I need one I can count on that's going to go off. And you know, used to when I first started using this one, it would ring at the end of the time every time, but now it doesn't. Jesse's got the Halloween, the little one that she won. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, Jesse. I was hoping Jana would come in because she said on the, what was it, the 21st, that she had not gotten her plaque yet. But when I checked the tracking, according to tracking, they delivered it to her mailbox on the 19th. So I was hoping she'd be in here today to see if she's gotten it or not. Because she should have. They delivered it. If she didn't get it, then I need to file a claim on it because it's insured for $100. Your microwave has a timer. My wife, I can't talk, y'all. My microwave has a timer as well. My my brain was thinking faster than my mouth would move, and I was trying to say too much at one time. Y'all ever do that? Your mouth is moving so fast? Or your mind is moving so fast your mouth can't keep up with it? Get one with a sad face. Maybe that will work. Well, this one worked in the beginning. Maybe it's because I was using it all the time. It got tired. Maybe it just got tired. Well, you know, things wear out, and I've had that little smiley face timer for many years. You talk backwards all the time, and your kids laugh at you, Jesse. Oh, and don't that make you aggravated when you're telling your kids off maybe because they're doing something wrong and it doesn't come out the way you intend it and they start laughing at you? My mom did that all the time with us kids. She'd get on somebody and she was calling everybody by the wrong name. Like if she was getting on my brother Mike, she might start out with saying, "Billy, don't do that," and then she said, "I mean Donnie, I mean Mike." She goes, she'd go through a whole list of names before she got to the one she wanted. Tamara's got a battery-operated timer by Taylor that I really like. Same batteries for almost 3 years. Huh, I might think about that. I'm drinking lemonade today, y'all. Now, how many are you going to remember this recipe that I just made? Did y'all write it down? I know you did. Jesse said, my kids' the names all start with D. I mean, sometimes she'd go through Billy, Donnie, Mike, Eddie, and Mitch before she got to the right one. And I've caught myself doing the same thing. I'd be telling somebody about something my brothers did, and I'd say maybe Donnie, and I meant Mike. And I'd say, no, I mean Mike. Not Donnie. Oh. One thing about it, I was the only girl, so they couldn't get me mixed up with my brothers. Anthony said he did write it down. One syllable names suffer. Dylan, I'm doing fine. We just got through baking some peanut butter cookies. That's what's sitting all over here. Pans of peanut butter cookies that we just baked. I've been wanting to bake them for a long time because I've been out of cookies and I didn't want to buy any. I said I want some peanut butter cookies, so that's why I decided to bake them today. Your grandma's name is also Linda, Joshua? Well, you know, when I was growing up, there was not many Lindas around. I think there was only one other girl in my whole school that was named Linda, and that was Linda Simpson. And I can't remember if she was the same age as me or a year older or a year younger, but she was real close if she wasn't the same age. Today's Dad's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your daddy, Dylan. You don't know if he's in here? What would his name be if he was in the live, Dylan? What would his name show up as? Yeah, see, I like my cookies that brown on the bottom. Not burnt, but they're brown. They're a nice golden brown. Before they were too... they were too tan. loosen them up a little bit. If you let them cool off after they browned on the bottom, they'll pop right off. Yeah, see, they're all nice and golden brown on the bottom. That's the way they should be. Uncle BB said, whenever I sleep, I never count sheep. I count all the charms about Linda. Oh, my goodness. Well, it was a toss-up. I didn't know if I wanted to fix yo-yo cookies or peanut butter cookies. And there was another one. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, peanut butter and jelly cookies, as they call them. Those are good, too. What is yo-yo cookies? Well, that is where you actually have to roll them up in a little ball and put them on the tray and cook them all so they all come out exactly the same size and they're perfectly round. And when they come out, you cool them down and you put jam or jelly inside and you put two of them together like a peanut butter Ritz cracker or something. Or like, oh, what do they call them? The cookies with the white cream inside, you know, they put them together like a sandwich. Well, that's what a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a yo-yo cookie is where you put the two cookies together and you got jelly or jam inside for the filling. And the peanut butter and jelly cookies, you make them like this, but you put an indent in the center, a hole. And after you bake the cookies, you fill that little hole up with jelly or jam. Usually jelly, but that's why they call it peanut butter and jelly cookies. It's because you put that little bit of jelly or jam in the center, in the hole that you made. No, you don't throw them on the floor. They're not going to bounce. They'll just stick to the floor. Good gracious, I have no idea how long it takes somebody to create an update. Depends on what kind of update it is. I mean, there's all kind of different types of updates for different things on your computer. It would depend on what kind of update for what program, how long it would take to download it, or whatever you had to do with it. Yeah, I don't think these cookies are going to bounce, Anthony. I think if you threw them hard enough on the floor, they're just going to splatter. They'll stick to the floor. And there's Gladys. You missed me baking cookies today, Gladys. We baked peanut butter cookies. See here? Peanut butter cookie. You were sleeping. You slept through my cookies being baked. Well, it's good to see that you're doing okay, Gladys. And you were just sleeping. There was nothing wrong. Everybody needs their sleep. Dylan's in the house. He said, I have homework to do, but don't want to do it. I know, I've been there and done that. I had so much homework in college when I was going, and I really didn't want to do it, but I knew I wouldn't get through college if I didn't, so the devil made me do it. And since I was majoring in computer science programming, and I minored in business, I bought a desktop at the house. I had it right here in the kitchen, so I'd have my work handy and I could be cooking a meal for the kids at the same time I'm working on the computer. And my son would come home from school in the afternoon. I'd be working on the computer. He'd go out and hang around with their friends, come home from dinner. I'm still on the computer, but I had dinner cooked. He'd leave after dinner, come back in that night. He said, Mama, you still on the computer? And then on the weekends, he'd leave and hang out with his friends, maybe at the roller skating rink or somewhere. Come home about 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I'm still on the computer. He said, Mom, you're going to spend the rest of your life on that computer. I said, well, I got to get this stuff done, and it takes time. Yeah, that was the thing about computer science. It took so much time writing programs, debugging programs, getting them exactly right. It just took tons and tons of time. And that's why most people didn't go into computer programming, is because they didn't have the time and the patience to deal with it. And I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. I just sit right there. I'd take it all, you know. I spent all my time on the computer. In fact, I've still got my first computer. It's in the shed outside. The one we wrote the Windows program on. That was our term project. End of school 6 weeks project was writing a Windows program. Or it was not called Windows then. It was called a menu that it would take you to get online or go to another program. You know, instead of having to physically type in the name of the program in your on your C drive and go to it, we put together a menu just like a Windows program that would come up, had all your programs listed, and all you had to do was click on that program and it would bring you right to it. And then it was not 2 years after we wrote those that they came out with the first Windows. People were online and they had the first Windows program. I said, that's our program right there. We should have been millionaires. But we didn't get anything off of it, but I got an A. Well, A plus for my term project. But it's still on my old desktop out there. I don't know if it still works. It's been sitting out there in the heat for so many years. I don't know if it even turned on if you plugged it in at this point. But I got another desktop in there that's going to be doing the same thing. It's going to go right out there. Well, I kept hoping that Jana would come in. And Sandra too. You know, they're usually in my lives on Saturdays and Thursdays. Well, it's in my bedroom right now because I just haven't moved it out. I guess I could donate it to a museum, Tamara. That's about all it's good for at this point, is a museum of computers. The old one that's out in the shed, that cost me like $1,200, I think, the year I bought it, brand new. It was a Packard Bell. And it took not only the CD drive, but it takes the 3.5-inch small disc. No, it took a floppy drive. You know, the actual, it's a square drive, and it actually bends. It's called a floppy drive. Okay, Dylan, we'll get your schoolwork done. There's Sandra McCormick. Sandra, you never sent me your mailing address. Yeah, he needs to go do his schoolwork. I'm glad he came to the live. I mean, I was glad that he chatted with us, but he does need to get his schoolwork done. You have a good afternoon, Dylan. But yeah, get your schoolwork done. That way you don't have to be up all night doing it. I think you must be sending it to the wrong Gmail address. Because I've not gotten any emails from you at all. I've sent Jana 2 emails and she's never responded to them. She got her plaque delivered on the 19th, but on the 21st she said she had not gotten it yet. So I don't know. I was hoping she'd be in here today and tell me she got it. Somebody put my Gmail address in live chat for Sandra, just in case she sent it to the wrong address. Maybe she had some of a typo error in it or something. You're not mean to everybody, Josh. I mean, Anthony, why are you saying that? I mean, I can't type it in because I'm on live. But if she sent it to the one that's in the description of my, I had no Gmail. Well, my Gmail address is in the description of every one of my videos. And there, Tamara just put it up for you. HauserLinda49@gmail.com. I can't afford the postage, Gladys. Jared's adjusting to college. Yeah, I didn't get a touch screen. I've decided not to get a touch screen. It just costs more money to have one. And I said then it would probably just be causing me problems that I don't want. Yeah, I decided against getting a touch screen. Okay, Sandra. Oh, really, Anthony? Oh, you have a touchscreen laptop, but you got it as a gift? Well, I buy all my computers myself, so. Yeah, I was surprised when I was doing searches on the internet for good computers, to do YouTube videos and be able to edit them and stuff properly. And the Lenovo is the first one that came up, and it's a gaming laptop, but it's got so much memory on it. That's one reason it's so fast. Not only the processor that it has, but it's got great graphics, and it's just extremely fast. Alex Smith, I did something productive. You see all these cookies? I just got through baking these cookies for everybody. I can't believe you did that. Alex Smith says, why are you just talking? You should do something productive. Well, forgive me. No, I haven't heard any more from Wilson. He just sent me that letter telling me that he did not have any internet, so he could not be in the lives. He doesn't have communication through the internet with anyone. Oh, thank you very much, Alex Smith. Well, I can't get it to come up. One of my moderators, get rid of Alex. I don't appreciate that. I do not appreciate that comment at all. Somebody get rid of him. Thank you. Why am I just talking? Why don't I do something productive? Yeah, I cooked them for everybody, not because I know I can't give them to you to eat, but I showed you how to do it. I gave you the recipe. If y'all want to cook them for yourself, you can. He didn't have to come back in with that comment that I had fixed them for my fat self. How rude. Yeah, somebody did take him out. I tried to up here on the phone, but I couldn't do it. It wouldn't give me the option to get rid of him. Gladys said she just did. And well, thank you, Gladys. I mean, some people had been wanting me to do some cooking videos or something in my live, so I decided to do cookies today. I didn't think somebody would come in my live and be rude over it. Alex was naughty last chat. Really? Thank you, Jesse. I know, Joshua. I know I've gained weight. I think I'm fat, but I don't need somebody to be ugly and rude and make comments like that. Yeah, sounds jealous. Oh, I know, Uncle BB. Some people are just unreal. Yeah, I know, Gladys. I'm not worried about it. He just caught me the wrong way there for a minute. Here I am, not skinny. I'm 240. Yeah, Gladys, that's exactly right. That's exactly what he is. That house phone rings all the time when it don't need to, and I never get calls that are anything on it. It's usually sale calls or, well, sometimes I get emergency messages, you know, from the emergency system, which is good to let me know that there's flooding or a storm headed this way or a tornado, which I appreciate the warning. It's not like I'm going anywhere, but it's nice to know. Well, we haven't seen Alex. We don't know how fat he is, do we? I mean, if I could throw everybody a cookie, I would. All my cookies would be gone because I'd be throwing them to all the subscribers in the chat right now. I've got 53 people watching. I don't know how many is actually in chat, but I definitely don't have 53 cookies. You catch them? Yeah, I know, Joshua. Usually my subscribers are pretty nice people. It's just these trolls that come in and try to be difficult. Uncle BB said I'm 3'11" and 5'6". Should weigh 180, working on it. Well, I don't know. 5'6" and 180 pounds, that wouldn't be very much. Not for a guy that's 5'6". Well, no, wait a minute. I'm thinking 6. Yeah. That's about right. 180 for someone that's 5'6". I could stand to lose a good 40 pounds. I know that. I wish I could. Jesse said I'm 5'8". My daughter's about 5'6" or 5'7". I don't remember which. I know she's several inches taller than me. I'm only 5'2". And my son is about the same, I guess, as my daughter. He's about 5'6", 5'7", somewhere along in there. I don't look it. I'm muscular. Oh, wow. Well, I've got a son-in-law that's 6'5", and I think he said he weighed 240 pounds. But he looks like an Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's all muscle. He's a big dude. He's all muscle because he works out, and he used to work as a bodybuilder. Not as a bodybuilder, a bodyguard. He was the bodyguard to the Bass family in Fort Worth, one of the rich families. And he went everywhere with them. New York, you name it, he was with them. But he's a big guy, and a lot of times he had to get jeans or pants special made for him because he couldn't get them long enough, or they were too tight in the thighs because of his muscled legs. Big guy. But he's not fat. There's nothing fat about him, but he weighs 240. Me too. I'm not ripped, but I'm not small. Whew, it's hot in here. Even with the oven turned off, the heat's still in here. My dad told us to use bench press 300 pounds. Went, wow. I don't think I could do anything with 300 pounds. My son is 6'3", half to. I got a son 6'4" and another 6'1". Wow, you got some tall boys there. How tall are you, Sandra? You and your husband must be kind of tall. I know all of my uncles on my mom's side were like 6'5". She had 3 brothers, and they were all 6'5". My grandfather, their dad, was 6'5". But my grandmother was like me. She was like an inch shorter than me. But they got all their height from their dad. And, of course, my mom was short. She's shorter than I am when she was alive. You're almost 72. I don't understand that, Anthony. 72 what? 7'2". I was 5'7", and their dad was 6. You're kidding me, Anthony. You can't be that tall. Oh my God. 7'2". That's tall. You must get your clothes special made to get your sleeves long enough and get your pants legs long enough. Yes, Johnny, we're still live. I'm sitting down after I bake my cookies, and I've been chatting with everybody, cooling off. Yeah, 7'2", man, that's tall. I bet you have a king-size bed to sleep in. And you don't ride in small cars either. I would love to too. I mean, I've seen him on his website, but you couldn't tell how tall he might have been from anything I saw on the website. He was 6'11". I asked if his wife was tall. He said, "Oh no, she's only 5'10". Well, 5'10" is pretty tall for a lady. I have a California king bed. Only if you're going to pay the postage. I can't afford to send cookies. I don't make that much on YouTube. You have a 6 foot. Joshua's got a 6 foot USB cable for his iPad. I want to ask tall as my father. You wasn't as tall as your father. Wow. How tall was your dad? Oh my God. He was taller than you and you're almost 7'2". You probably have to get all your clothes special made. Probably your shoes too. What size shoe do you wear? It's 5'11" and the other one is 5'4". Well, my oldest brother, he married a lady, Barbara, which she was the sweetest person in the world, loved her to death. They were both exactly 5'11". So she refused to wear high heels at their wedding because she did not want to be taller than my brother. But in the picture, she's exactly the same height my brother was. 7'6". Oh my gosh. You wear 12 and a half shoe. Well, good, because 12 and a halves are not too hard to come by. But some of the tall people like you are, they wear such a large shoe that usually sometimes they got to have their shoes special made because you can't buy a shoe big enough off the just general market. Yeah, he's Bigfoot's son right there. In a size 12 and a half shoe. Oh, Sandra, you shouldn't put your mailing address in the chat, but let me get something to copy it down. I don't even have paper over here. Snowdrift Lane. Bill, Ohio. If you want to, Sandra, you can delete your address out of the chat unless you just want to leave it there. I don't usually like to have my address out in public like that. I mean, I've got it copied down, so I've got it. And I've got your plaque ready to go. It's been in the box. I've had it boxed up ready to go for a while now. Yeah, somebody go ahead and delete her address out of the chat. I mean, I don't want her address going all over the world. I've already got it copied down. It's all right, Jesse. Just someone delete her chat, her comment out with her address in it. Okay, it's been deleted. Because I've got it written down right here. Yeah, I'm always afraid that if people put phone numbers or addresses in the live chats, it stays there forever unless you immediately delete it out. And then it's all over the world and everywhere forever. And you don't know how many of these sick troll people would get hold of your phone number or your address and start contacting you. And I don't want that to happen, so. Yeah, thank you, Tamara, for doing that. But I'll get that out in the mail to you this week. But send me an email too, Sandra, so I have your email address. And I can send you a copy of the receipt when I mail it. It'll have tracking and all that on it. And you'll see how much it cost me to mail it. I did that with Jana. I sent a copy of the receipt to her so she could see how much the postage was. I'm just hoping she got it because, like I said, according to tracking, she received it on the 19th, but on the 21st, she said she still had not gotten it, so I don't know what's going on there. I have no idea, Joshua. Oh, Uncle BB, what is this? Pennsylvania Avenue. Whose address is that? Is that your address? Why are you putting your address up there? I don't remember what your address was. Or is that just a made up address? Yeah, you should be able to turn the brightness down on your screen. Yeah, but I need to be able to send her a receipt of how much it costs for postage so they know. Because I don't think they stamped the amount on Janice's package. I just had the receipt, but it had Jana's name on it and her address and everything. So just shoot me an email and say hi or something, and that way I'll have your email address. Joshua says, I can't see Jesse. Remember, I'm blind. Yeah, I know. What our sweet Donald. Oh, I don't know what Uncle BB's up to. I really don't. Putting that address in there. I don't know if that was his address or whose address, or it was a made-up address. And then he comes in with our sweet Donald. Oh, he's living at the White House. Was that the address for the White House? I thought it looked familiar, like I knew it wasn't his, but I couldn't place the address. Yeah, that is on Pennsylvania, isn't it? The White House. I guess it's doing okay. They left the old one there too because the old one still had cable, Spectrum cable on it. It has the telephone lines on it. So I guess it'll be up to them to maintain the pole now. So I got two poles. I got a short pole and I got one that's about 10 or 12 foot taller. The new pole is about 12 feet taller than the old one. Yeah, I thought it looked familiar too, Tamara. So it's the address for the White House. The trolls can send them rude comments to the address in the White House. Anthony said he's lost. He don't know what he's come into. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the electric company would have taken the old pole completely out, but it's got the cable for cable TV. It's got phone cables on it, and they can't do anything with those. They're not supposed to touch those. Those don't belong to the electric company, so they can't move those. The other company's going to have to come out if they want to move on the new pole. And then I still don't know that they'll take up the old one. Anthony went to get a piece of cake, and then someone lives in the White House. Am I lost? Oh, Sandra had put her mailing address in the chat, and I told her, I said, oh no, don't put it up to the whole world. I said, it'll stay in the chat for forever. And I said, trolls may get your address and start sending you stuff, that you don't want. And all of a sudden, Uncle BB puts that address for the White House up. And I didn't recognize it at first. And I said, well, Uncle BB, you don't need to be putting your address up either. And it was for the White House. It was on Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House address. Well, then how do you know your screen turns white, Joshua? If it wouldn't, you can't tell whether you turn the brightness down or up. How can you tell it goes white when it turns off? I'm confused. You're watching from your TV. You mean I'm on your big screen? I'm taking up your whole wall. Anthony said, oh, I live in a White House, just not the right one. Yeah, I live in a White House too. It's just not on Pennsylvania Avenue. Next time I go get groceries, can I take you shopping with me? Well, I did shopping videos, but most of the time people didn't want to see it, and then they got fussing. They wanted to see the prices of everything. And I can't just walk up and down aisles in the whole store slow enough to show prices for everything. It would take me a week to do that. Can I ask Siri to turn the brightness all the way down as well? Yeah, I don't have Siri, so I can't ask Siri to do anything. Yeah, I always turn the brightness down on my laptops, my computers, and even my phone screen because it gets too bright. I like it toned down a little bit so it's not so bright. It bothers my eyes for it to be too bright. Your Alexa is being crazy, right? Well, I don't have Alexa and I don't have Siri, so I don't know about them. Jesse has Siri. I said I get all kind of thoughts about that. Siri and Alexa. I have visions of them getting all screwed up and you telling them to do something and they do just the opposite. Or you ask them a question and they answer you totally the wrong answer. Just being rebellious. Could you imagine Siri and Alexa being rebellious when you told them to do something or when you asked them about something? Alex is telling me about worms, and I don't care about that, and she doesn't know how to be quiet, and she doesn't be quiet. So it's going to talk to you whether you want to or not, huh? Take you to the new dollar store. I did already. I took you to the new dollar store right after it opened. Like the first week it was open. You must have missed that, Gladys. Back to the Amazon shelf it goes if it doesn't be quiet, because I haven't said anything and it just keeps talking, and I even unplugged the darn thing. That reminds me of those cars that talk to you, and it tells you when your gas is low and when your door is open. And my son said he got so aggravated with his car he just wanted to unplug it. And one of my friends had one that it spoke in some other language and you couldn't change it to English. And it was talking to you all the time, and he got so fed up with it. He just wanted to disconnect it all. Your aunt and uncle's TV has Alexa in it. And there's a Samsung OLED 65-inch TV. Jesse, that's crazy. Out the window for her, I don't like Alexa anymore. And Jesse told Siri to change their name to ha 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 ha. And then when she says it, it sounds like Siri laughing at you. Oh my God. It's annoying. They got it during Black Friday last year. It makes me feel like ghosts are in here, and I don't like it. You use your Hey Siri on your phone? Well, these new laptops, or mine does, it's got that Copilot program. Almost like Siri, you can ask it anything and it'll come up with an answer. But you got to physically type it in. You don't talk to it that I know of. Mine hasn't talked to me yet, so. I found that trick on TikTok. I use my Hey Siri on my phone. I didn't know there was a Hey Siri on the phone. I'll have to check mine out. You're going to ship it to Dylan? I haven't found anything like that on TikTok. I'll have to check that out. Maybe I should ask Jesse, when you hold down the button on your phone, what is that spinning light colorful thing doing or for? You have an Apple phone from Walmart, and I have Straight Talk service. I use Straight Talk all the time. I've had Straight Talk for years because it's unlimited and it's so reasonably priced. I'm not paying $300 or $400 a month for phone service for myself. And I know some of these people that have these expensive iPhones, these fancy phones, they're paying $300-400 a month for their phones. Johnny, I love it. Johnny said you told his phone that he was looking for Chuck Norris, and the phone told him if Chuck Norris wanted him to know where he lived, he would let him know. Well, I think a lot of these teenagers nowadays have got these expensive iPhones, and they've got to pay for the iPhone, and they buy it on time, with the phone company. They like spread out the payments, and then they pay for their phone service on top of it. And usually it comes to $300-400 a month just for their phone a month. I could not deal with that. I'm sorry. I buy the inexpensive phones that I can pay cash for up front. I don't pay monthly payments on my phone except for my phone service through Straight Talk. But these kids do that, Jesse. They pay the outrageous price for these brand new fancy phones. Anthony said his phone bill is $439 a month. See? And you're probably paying for your phone as well, right? That includes paying for your phone and your service, I'm sure. And a lot of these kids are doing that. If $439 couldn't pay for the phone that I'm using, I don't need it. I'm not going to buy one that I have to pay that much a month for. I couldn't afford it. I use my cell phone all the time because they're like handheld computers. You can get on the YouTube, you can get on anywhere in the internet, you can get on Facebook, TikTok, anywhere with your cell phone. It's just like having a little computer in your hand. So I use my phone all the time. That's for 2 phones and the plan. Yeah. Well, see, I buy my phone straight out. I buy a cheaper phone, and that way I only pay for my service per month, and it's about $40 a month for unlimited everything on my cell phone. But usually the phones that I've been getting have been at Walmart's Black Friday sales. They've had Android phones on special just about every Black Friday sale. And if they have a good one that I like, then that's where I'm going to buy my phone, because I can get it for half of what I would normally pay for a cell phone. I got my very first, my first cell phone was through AT&T, which I hated. You couldn't even send a decent text with it. It had no screen that you could see anything. You couldn't get on the internet. And they charged me 99 cents for every text that was sent or received. Get that. I got fed up with it. So I canceled their service, and I bought my first real cell phone that you could get on the internet with and get to YouTube and TikTok and different places on. It was at a Black Friday sale at Walmart. It was my A10 Android phone. And I've upgraded to the, what is mine now? It's a S54. And I love it. I mean, I'm always having to delete out videos because I'm making videos every day and they're stored on my phone. Because, it doesn't have, it's got 132 gigabyte, I think that's what it is, memory. And I'm constantly filling it up, so I have to keep deleting out videos. which I don't need them kept on the phone anyway. You know, after I get them uploaded and I get them edited and they're on YouTube and they're being visually seen, then I don't need to keep them on my phone. I just need to keep a copy on my phone long enough to see if I need to re-upload them to edit something out of it or whatever. But other than that, I don't need to save it because I've always got a copy of my videos on YouTube anytime I need to go up there and download a copy of it. As long as it's correct when it's got put up there. You've always had Verizon? Well, I think Straight Talk is through Verizon. Isn't it? I think it is. But I tell you can't beat a Straight Talk plan. You pay $40, $50 a month and you've got a high-speed internet and you have unlimited access to data, texting, whatever you need to do on your phone is unlimited. Unlimited calling. As long as it's within the United States. I don't think you can call other countries free, but if it's within the United States, you can. I've never tried to call out of the country, so I don't know. When I need to call, Sarah gets my call. Alexa is hammer time, I guess. Well, I've never had access to Alexa or Siri or any of that. I don't know how that would work with me. I know the kids get a kick out of it when they live in a house where they have Alexa or Siri. You know, they can ask for certain music to be played and she plays it and different things, and they, you know, they don't have to type it in. They can just say what they want. You would not recommend anybody to buy Alexa. I told her to shut up 3 different times and it won't do it. I'm getting angry. Does it talk back to you, Anthony, when you tell her to shut up? Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, I remember payphones, 25 cents to call. And if you're calling long distance, you had to have extra change in your hand to keep feeding the phone while you're talking because it would tell you your minutes up. Add more money. Okay, Jesse, well, enjoy your sister's visit. I'm glad you could come to my live, and you have a good night. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, and we'll see you next time. How long have we been on here? We've been on here for over 2 hours. I guess we should call it, guys. I mean, I'm enjoying this, but I know y'all have other things to do, probably better places to be than here all evening or afternoon and evening. But try my cookie recipe. I think you'll like it. You saw how easy it was. I mean, even Gladys's boys can cook her some peanut butter cookies. Yeah, y'all have a blessed night. Sleep tight tonight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'm glad all of you could come in and spend time with me in my live today. I've enjoyed it. Hope y'all have too, and I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye.